Yeah. So I hope all of you are doing great. I hope you know, unexpectedly we had to stop offline classes, offline tests, and all of you are affected by it. I think most of you have gone back to your home, and some of you have stayed back. You people are really courageous, and I hope you are taking care. No, no issue with food and other things here. But after first week of April, what I'm seeing is very few of you are giving these examinations, core tests. I can understand that once you go back home, it's very difficult to focus. And almost everyone whom I have spoken to have told me that the momentum has decreased, the pace of preparation has decreased. Uh, so if you are worried that you have wasted 1 month, don't worry. It is almost story of every aspirant. Very few people have continued with their preparation, and that too again with slowed momentum. If you're just studying even for like 4 or 5 hours, that means you've done really well. Now as expected, the prelims is postponed to October 10th. You have around 130 plus days. This is the time to, especially being in core batch, super core batch, you people have written many tests. So as I've told you in the classroom, compared to all the mm, competitors for 2021, you people, those who have written these many tests are, you know ahead of everyone, right? Because I don't think any institution has operated, anyone has written even online tests staying home. uh, you people were fortunately were able to write many tests, and now is the time to not to break that momentum. The most important thing you have to ensure is that even if you have done very good practice, if there is a break, if there is a break of say like 1 2 month, 1 or 2 or 3 months, again you will find very difficult to regain that momentum and whatever you have learned immediately after prelims. It will take another like 1 month, 1.5 months to regain that. So that is the observation I have seen. People who could write 20 out of 20 before prelims, say 1 month, 2 months before prelims, would start with again 14 15 answers. Then again after 5 6 tests, 16 17, after around 10 tests they would start again writing around 18 19 answers. So it would take at least 1 month, even when the practice was halted 1 or 2 months before prelims. Now, having 4.5 months uh, in front of you, we have extended core tests till June 20th. And those who were regular, those who are still regular, we are going to give them free access with evaluation to the upcoming super core timetable. And those who were irregular, maybe because of health reasons and other reasons, so you can go for a core test without evaluation. We will give access to all the question papers in office. For core people, there will be access to mentorship, other things. For online people, it won't be available. So when the classes, maybe from July first week, I assume we will again start offline classes. I mean offline operations, not the classroom, but we will be coming there. I think you can also come and get your copies shown, interact with mentors. That can be done. Uh, as promised, after prelims, the main test series will be available for free for all of you. The thing is, now based on how many tests you have written so far, you have to take a decision whether to continue with same intensive approach, the new timetable as per the super core, or you know uh, uh, slow it down a bit, focus on other areas which you couldn't focus earlier. For example, it could be optional, like say if you have not written any optional full length tests because of intensity of the core test between December to April, March. Now is the time to write optional full length tests. So my suggestion is we can leave aside this core intensive tests what you can focus on, writing at least 1 or 2 full-length optional tests in a week. It can be previous year papers, it can be any test series question paper, but focus on full-length papers, because as I said earlier, after prelims, because again the days are reduced, the gap is reduced, it can be around 65 to 70 days. You cannot afford to start writing, like 12, 14 answers out of 20 questions. So it is better to write more full-length papers till mid-August, both optional and GS. One optional. Secondly, GS papers. What you can do, you can combine all weekly core test into 20 questions papers in a week. Like Saturday, Sunday, you can sit with these papers and write answers. I think this is the best approach, because uh, uh, this will continue. Whatever you gain over the next 2 months will mostly continue after prelims also. The same confidence, the same momentum, whatever skills, whatever shortcomings you overcome right now will be again continued after prelims. This one approach you should do, but at the same time, don't ignore prelims. Okay, so last year, as we saw that because of huge gap, I think UPSC had enough time to make paper more complex. Uh, you know, the paper can get even more difficult. My my expectation, it's not a guess or anything. Logically speaking, the paper is going to be even more difficult. The more time you get, the UPSC wants to again select the most serious ones. You people being the most serious ones, don't compromise with the prelims preparation at any cost. If half the day, should be given for prelims preparation. So for that, you can, I think, follow the revision timetable. See that all the prelim test papers which you have solved, make sure that now you have more time, do more revisions. So one, all our tests, both textbook and subject wise, and the upcoming, that will be given to you, as we have already announced free test series. So these question papers, minimum 3 revisions must be ensured. Plus CSAT, anybody who has weakness in CSAT, again, it's a boon. So don't ignore that. Daily 1 hour, you practice it. So you have to ensure that not nothing is left to chance. From silliest thing to the complex aspects related to preparation must be taken care of. It can be handwriting, it can be presentation skills, it can be some shortcomings in your personality also. I keep saying this also. The preparation should include preparation of personality also. As I do more and more mocks, I realize interview stage is the extremely important part of the whole preparation. So it can be like broadening your perspectives on certain issues. It can be overcoming being an introvert. It can be communication skills, lack of uh, proper uh, language skills with respect to English. Is it audible now? Somebody messaged me not audible. Okay, yeah. So yes, fine. So you have to ensure that it is also taken care. Like most of aspirants ignore this. Please don't ignore the personality part of the preparation. So one, knowledge component keeps enhancing, keeps improving. That is anyway assured because of your intensive preparation. Parallelly, the skills required to put your views within few words, within 30-40 seconds. Uh, you don't have to practice it per se. Like what I suggest people who are going for interview to record their answers in mobile phone, and it can be like through discussion or through thinking in your head. You can try to do that. It's very difficult to improve these things between the mains and interview gap, and that can cost you 30-40 marks, and that is going to be huge setback for your rank, or you can be eliminated. Now again, coming back to a prelims interview, I mean mains, see it as an integrated preparation. Some people are advising you to focus only on mains for these 2 months, and not to focus on prelims. Don't do that. So when I say you have to write one full length optional, maybe you can, like for example, this week, this Sunday to next Saturday, you can read paper one of your syllabus, write full length paper one, next paper two, for the next week. But if you have already completed, reading and have notes of everything, my suggestion is do read both paper one and paper two. Write them one paper on Saturday and one paper on Sunday. Similarly, GS, you can align it with the core timetable. So we are starting with GS1. So read all the GS1 questions and GS1 syllabus notes. Then write 20 questions in a week. I think one GS paper in a week is sufficient for you, because after prelims again you are going to write so many tests. So these are the things I wanted to discuss. Plus, uh, many people still have this notion that first I will make notes, I'll complete these things, and then I will do start doing mock tests 2-3 months before prelims. Even if you are scoring 120 130 plus right now, can you you should solve more number of you should solve papers from now itself. As I said earlier, like 3 to 4 revisions, you must ensure it. Stick to the solutions part of the insights question papers. And for extra practice, you can go with any another test series, especially subject-wise static part. And I'm sure, like with respect to prelims, our faculty have taken 1 or 2 sessions. Some of you have met them, and you can also take guidance through telephone if you're still lacking in prelims. As I have assured you before, that if you clear prelims, there is huge chance of clearing mains with respect to when you follow the core batch timetable. And this optional writing full length tests will ensure that uh, you will have an edge compared to others. But with respect to optional, every week I've suggested some people to do the enrichment part. If you want to score more marks in your optional, the enrichment is important. So this is again like a boon, like you have got more time, 2 months. So any part of the syllabus, if you have very average notes, try to do a little bit of research from standard sources. Try to add examples, whatever is related to your optional. Try to do it. So if it is optional like mathematics, mechanical, civil, electrical, if there is unleft, if there is left out part of the syllabus, take it and try to complete it right now. So don't leave any part of the syllabus, any the minute part of the syllabus. If you have any questions, you can keep messaging here. I'll try to address them also. So in the upcoming GS test, should we focus on quality or quantity now? Okay. So it depends on where you were, like when you wrote the last test. I was emphasizing to focus on quality for you, not on quantity. Many of you have improved the quality, and slowly you were making progress with respect to quantity also. But like for 1 month, you can still focus on quality, right? Because if there is a gap, I'm sure it has taken a hit to think fast and write quality answers. This month, like till mid June, you can focus on again quality. Try to come to that mode, and then again focus on quantity, like purely quantity. Last, between till mid June to July, August, till mid August. So try to focus on uh, quantity. Like try to write 20 answers. And again, after that, the 2 months will be exclusively preparing for prelims. So the content get will get enriched. Then again, after prelims, you can focus on quantity again. Like first you test quality and then again quantity. So somebody is asking, like, can you extend test series till August? We'll see, like case by cases. Like you start writing them. So if you're consistent with the test, definitely we'll consider. So these are not big issues for us. So what is important is your consistency. So you have to keep writing these tests. See, no matter what is happening around you, you have to gather all your strength and refocus on the exam preparation. And I think by now we have realized how important it is for you to get into services. Prelims test going to be conducted according to the earlier schedule, or Are they going to, if we are going to reschedule prelim test, like earlier we had like 5 days gap, we are going to increase the gap between prelim test and add a few extra tests also. Revision of prelim test, I tend to go too deep into gathering information from the internet. So how do I know where to stop? See, a prelim test, you should certainly do research restricting to the scope of the question itself, right? Whatever question and synopsis you are reading. So if you come across new keyword within the synopsis, any new concept, try to limit to the introduction part. As we see in Wikipedia, like, you have the definition, you have one or two examples, just stop it there. But if you know that there was a question related to that previous year, maybe you can go another layer of depth, but you have to stop that. You have to go into deeper, provided there are linkages with other parts of the syllabus. So if it is not related to syllabus, or if it is not related to any topic that was asked previous year, so then you should definitely stop it. So can you please explain what tests will be made available to regular? So all the prelim test series, whatever prelim test series we have, will be made available. The core batch, the question is, can you please explain what tests will be made available to regular course students? So regular course student, all the prelim test series, the new one we are launching, the old one, that will be there. Plus all the core tests, upcoming core tests without evaluation, as I said. And the present core timetable will be extended. But better, because I've done decent amount of practice, as I suggested earlier, better to go with that thing. Revise the timetable for super core, like again, we don't have to revise it. We have again brought new timetable. So either you continue with the old core timetable till June. If you want to extend, we can extend another 10-15 days. Or you can stop that if you haven't written any tests in the old core timetable. Then better you focus on the either revision timetable or the new super core timetable. So I have written 35 tests of 37 in super core batch tests. If I want to practice GS answer, so I think better you continue with the new timetable in that case. Okay, so you combine all the questions into one single test in a week. As I said, as a full length test, you write them. Okay, but if you think your quality hasn't still improved, if you're stuck with the both quality and quantity, then better to just follow the timetable as it is, the way we are conducting tests right now. So, any more questions? Is it not possible to view all of you? I wanted to see. Okay, I think it is just like Mann Ki Baat, one-way communication, I think. So, any other questions? Yeah. So, during the core test, I saw my scores improving in all subjects, but especially in essay, it was consistent improvement. But after I scored in my last essay very poor, which broke my confidence. Please give suggestions for essay rating. Yeah, see, essay evaluation, with respect to whatever I have seen that many people were improving, again they got low marks. Two factors determine: one, the nature of topics keep changing. You may not be very good in all kinds of topics. Secondly, here also evaluators keep changing now and then. So one evaluator will have kind of strict approach to evaluating as a very conservative, right? But if there is very drastic reduction in marks, so you can always what I do in institution is people would come and validate it with me or with their mentors. So that can be done, but if there was improvement, sudden reduction, it is not because of your fault. Mostly you don't have to worry about it, because the fundamentals would be definitely strong. We just have to see that essay and see key whether there was complete deviation from the topic, or it was one-sided, or there was no balance between analysis and example facts. So there may be some factors. So you do self-review. See, you don't have to always go with the evaluator's perspective. You are intelligent enough to judge on your own. So if you are not able to do that, you can always bring your essay. So my prelim score is stuck between 80 to 90. Should I give more emphasis on revision or explore new content? See, revision, give emphasis on revision. So all the static, you revise multiple times. So if you're stuck at 80, 90, it is lack of both knowledge and skills. So whatever knowledge you have already gained through coaching or whatever it is, revise it thoroughly. So and then parallelly solve uh, 40, 50 questions every day. If possible, more questions also. 80, 90 is not good being in core batch. So anyone who is in core batch, you must be scoring 100 plus in any test you give. So last session I had given the target that still stands, even though it is uh, postponed and you still have more time. You should be scoring in the month of May 100, 110 plus. So because you couldn't study for 1 month, you can take one extra month, come back, revise, give more test, but start scoring 110. That should be consistent. As I said, prelims is going to be very difficult this time. Uh, be ambitious. Try to score 130, 140 plus, and that is possible. No, you have more time. Please repeat what you mentioned about frequency of attempting full length tests of optional right now. So what I said is, instead of just writing one or two answers every day, optional, if you can do, if you can write full length test in a week. So if you have completed making notes, if you have completed reading optionals one or two times, you write two tests in a week, Saturday and Sunday, paper one, paper two, right? Like I am asking you to write full length papers. Assuming you have completed entire optional, assuming that 1 week is sufficient for you to revise. See, now you have to see it from this perspective. If there was prelims on June 27th, anyway you were going to do it after the prelims revision of full length papers. So that is for people who are completed optional. So if you're still stuck with reading, revising, then you can go with sectional tests. Paper one you can divide into 3-4 parts. Paper two similarly you can divide it into 3-4 parts. But still, any sectional test you write, it should be the full length paper. Like if there are 20 questions in full length optional paper, you should write 3-hour test with as many questions that would be there in real examination. But I usually suggest difficult steps. My suggestion is writing 2 full length tests in a week by revising entire optional. This will give you like heavy advantage. Only if you write these, you will actually notice. I have a few pending mains tests that I'm continuing now. Can they be evaluated now? That I have to check with evaluation team because our offline center is closed. We have only few people who are evaluating through online. So that I'll get checked and will be intimated to you. So what is your best advice to someone who is at bottom of the ladder of preparation right now? See, if the preparation was good till end of March or till mid-April, you don't have to worry. The major worry for people is always, the gap that is created because of not doing anything. And it was because of COVID uncertainty that you are not able to study for 1 month or 1.5 months. That will not have any bearing. Now there is increased time for preparation. So you just have to find a space where you can sit peacefully and start preparation and start it immediately. That is the only way forward. You just have to pick up yourself. There are timetables now, one revision timetable, super core timetable. Pick anything that suits you and get back all your stuff, books, notes. Start immediately. Starting immediately, staying consistent with that for 10 to 15 days will ensure that your confidence will be back. So see, look at the bigger picture, like why you want to be in this exam, why you want to be in these services. So if you want to reach that position, you have to just dust off and get up and start doing stuff. Every day I do that. Staying at home, it's not easy to focus on things. But why we keep doing, why we keep, like, everything is scattered at insights, nobody is there at institution. So managing website, all the initiatives, coming up with new initiatives, you have to, it is not easy for anyone, for you, for me, anyone. So we do this because I feel responsible for all of you, for all the people who are following us, and we care for you people, our students. So we have to balance, both the family. Now I have locked everything so that my son doesn't enter. So he comes, knocks, goes back, saying, like, he wants to come here. Too much of attachment. But we have to do uh, things that are necessary. So similarly, you find, you shut down from all the distractions. Okay, positive, negative, whatever distractions you have, you have to isolate, start focusing on this exam. So how much weightage should be given to scores on tests? See, absolutely don't worry about scores of any test, whether it is uh, you know mains, tests, or prelims, mocks, whatever you are doing right now. Always focus on the quality. I mean, the takeaways. This is for complete freshers. Okay, because I assume the one who has asked the question is kind of a fresher. But others, that the target still remains 110 something. Especially uh, the toppers I have guided, like, those who became topper, that this attitude of focusing so much on improvements. So what improvement I could make from previous test, right? That would ultimately and automatically translate into better marks after few weeks or months. So because you've been doing consistent practice, so still focus on improvements, the progress. So don't worry about number of questions attempted and all. You find your own rhythm. Keep doing trial and errors. You can afford to do that for 2 months. But at the same time, make sure that your knowledge is to that level where you cannot go below certain threshold, like 100, 110 in prelims. CSAT below 90 should never go. In other GS test, average of 5 marks, minimum 5 marks should be there. So if it is a 100-mark test, so you should be able to score, like, like, if it is 10 questions, like 50 marks, you should be able to score. Sir, should we focus on writing previous year questions, or should we go for new questions for mains and optionals? Optionals, I would recommend previous year questions. For mains, static you can write previous year, but for mains, my recommendation is pick some questions from secure and the tests which we are giving the questions. So you can combine them and write, but previous year question I won't suggest for GS papers. But yeah, like selectively you can take questions from history optional paper. If you are weak in art and culture, modern history, world history, the questions which are generic within the history optional papers in last 5 years, right? So those questions you can actually select and practice. The rest of the papers, I think better to go with uh, secure and the question papers we are giving. So how to improve ethics marks in 2 months? See, ethics, once you are done the basic reading, it's all about two things. One, regular practice, and second one is the kind of examples, justifications you have, right? You can have multiple kind of justifications, legal, ethical, starting with ethical, legal, logical, and any take examples can be taken from current affairs, stories, biographies, moral stories, epics, anywhere. So these 2 months, use these 2 months, to do little bit of research from sources, diverse sources, like every day 1 or 2 hours. Topic wise, for every topic, select different examples. For example, emotional intelligence. Do you have any example in Mahabharata? Do you have any example in Ramayana? Do you have any example from the lives of Buddha, Vivekanand, or Mahatma Gandhi, and any contemporary examples, right? Any world leaders, in any sports, you can have these examples. In any movies also you can have examples, right? Just like, 5 examples from different fields, 5 different sources for every topic. Yeah, you can have, like, for example, political attitude, moral attitude. Like political attitude, again, you can have example from not only present, you can from have the example from the past also. The same, like a pics from there also you can have. Better to collect examples and use them in these answers, whatever ethics test you write. Last year, core batch had 2 rounds each of GS1, GS2. Because of less time, our core batch had only 1 round. Could we do one more round of GS1, GS2, GS3 now? Uh, yeah, so definitely. I think following new timetable will ensure that thing. I think that is again starting with the same approach, GS1, GS2, GS3. Maybe I think you can just follow that and write another round. Okay. So any other doubts you have? So how is your confidence now? How are you feeling? I know that times are difficult, but so be ambitious. Like, oh yeah, questions are coming now. What should be the frequency of essay papers to be written? Uh, I have always suggested one weekly essay which we give, plus the essays which we are giving in the tests should be written. But if you were getting decent marks, just stick with one essay one per week. Okay. But in the month of at least June, July, you write full length essay papers compulsorily. The same, taking full length essay papers in 3 hours, try to write two essays. That is very important. The full length practice is very important for all the papers. See, core batch essay tests, your decent score should be 110 to 120. So you cannot score above 120, 130 in our test because there are so many parameters. Like, I have asked them to be very strict here. Those who get 120 easily score 135 to 140 in real exam. That is the experience. Like plus 20, you can easily expect 15 to 20 marks. Okay, one interesting question, like how to be optimistic when things around us are not. So you have to focus on what you can control. I cannot control the pandemic outside. I cannot control the supply of vaccine. I cannot control how many people are dying. I can worry about it, but I can worry to the extent that how can I help, right? What is in my control? Like for example, we are offering free test series. In fact, I wanted to buy like 2 to 3 ambulances and leave them like free of cost. Then again, thought that uh, who will manage? How can it be managed? Again, it is risky for drivers and all. So is there any other alternative way we can contribute? The free test series idea came up. So it is going to cost more than 3 ambulance. If you had launched with paid, we could have got more revenue. The thing is not that. The issue is you can worry to the extent what you can help. If you can alternatively find anything, fine. If not, focus on your goal, the bigger picture. The pandemic is not going to end here. We'll be facing bigger challenges. So stay optimism that the good times are going to come back. And as long as you are alive, healthy, uh, focus on goal, get into bigger positions, and try to change the things. So that hope of someday entering this service and changing things should keep you optimistic. And that is what in my personal opinion, a personal experience, that keeps me going. Plus you surround yourself with good people. Fortunately, I have a happy family, happy kids. I'm sure you have uh, supportive people around you. Keep talking to them, and just stay away from all the negativities. If you want to join intensive core batch, is there any discount for core batch student or need to pay full amount? See, you read the entrance test now. Okay. After that, we will decide what to do. Don't worry about these things. Anyone who is very serious, anyone whom we think is a genuine case, we always do something for them. We can give discount or whatever it is. You write the entrance. After that, we'll see. So my focus level has fallen. I'm addicted to YouTube to run away from what is. So you must be watching lots of videos, right? So don't watch too many videos. See, whenever you get addicted to YouTube, whenever you get addicted to Twitter, social media, it is always because you lack confidence. Somewhere you are insecure, right? So you what you need to do is you focus on things that you can do right now. Now there is a solution. Like we have come up with timetable. You just have to put blind faith into them, and take 1 day break completely. Don't do anything. Just sleep, eat, and think a lot. What is your future is going to be? Pick up one timetable, like blindly follow it. Nothing else. Just the timetable. We have asked you to do something. Even if you do justice like 50 to 60% according to the timetable, you are making huge gain every day. You are you'll be making huge progress every day. So you have to do something. Like YouTube is not going to help you in this preparation. Honestly, I'm speaking. Now and then you may need motivation. Like I'm making videos, others are making videos. Again, we have to make this because there are students who need them. But I personally believe that any motivation should be self motivation, uh, internal motivation, and again that is always possible by focusing on the bigger picture in your life, bigger purpose. I don't know, like uh, so you have to be strong. Focus. You cannot afford to look back after 2 years and see that you wasted your opportunities, your time, and you didn't do anything when you could do when you could do so many things. Fortunately, we are here. Like I mean, we are able to talk to you, interact with you. There is timetable. There are people, mentors. Use them. Okay. So GS notes making and answer writing. See, that's what entire week you spend in GS answer making. Sorry, notes making. Weekly write one test. So that will give you time to make notes. Now, if you want to write one test in 2 to 3 days, that may not give you enough time to make notes. So if you go with my approach, like weekly full length test, whatever pending topics are there throughout the week, you make notes, like with integrated approach, prelims come mains. What I'm saying is, if you want to start with art and culture, solve art and culture MCQs, go through previous year art and culture static questions, plus make notes for all subtopics of art and culture in a week and write the full length test. Right, that is one approach. So secondly, if you've already done all these things, you can combine art and culture, modern history, be ambitious and write like full length GS paper also. So it entirely depends on where you stand right now. So optional test series, see all our mentors, everyone is affected. Those who are not affected, they want to start optional test series. PSIR, we are planning. Public administration, we are planning. Geography, these test series we are planning in such a way that they can continue after prelims also. Maybe in 2-3 days you will start getting some optional test series. But my recommendation: why spend money on optional test series? Just solve previous year question papers. You have full length papers, 10 to 20 years, minimum 10 years must be solved. So I still don't feel confident for prelims, and I am significantly far from goal of 110. I was planning to emphasize on pre and optional in this time and write tests every time I finish a subject revision. Yeah, this is a perfect strategy. And if you're far away from scoring 110, definitely focus on optional, sorry, prelims topics. Revise them. but at the same time, every day solve as many prelims questions as possible. But weekly one test, I think you can still write based on whatever knowledge you are gaining in that week. If it is systematic, like going by the timetable, in a week, if you are doing art and culture and modern history, definitely you can write one test, one essay. So, but don't leave aside completely GS and essay part. Optional, give priority in these 2 months. So I am writing optional sectional tests daily, like 2-hour test. Oh, very good, excellent. Keep it up. In GS writing part, I have issue still with quality and quantity. In this extended time, I am now making proper short notes of left topics. Very good. Please suggest writing part on daily basis to improve both. So I think dialing instead of writing on daily basis, I think weekly writing with focus on both quality and quantity is better in my opinion. Writing daily will give you the knowledge component, right? It's a very long-term process. If you want to see a jump in improvement in quantity will never improve if you write only one answer, two answers every day, because in full-length paper is its dynamics is entirely different. You have to sit for 3 hours and try to write it. So that experience can only improve quantity, and again quality also. It depends on multiple revisions you make in that week, plus the quality of notes you have, the quality of examples you have, that contributes. If the revision is good, knowledge component is good, after like 4 or 5 full length papers, you will see improvement in quality also. Yes. So we will be able to access APEC classes. So we have given to you. If it is not given, we'll give to all the course students. Yeah, we are giving access to test papers of intensive core batch without evaluation. That is not an issue, right? See, we will again come back. We will again, everyone will come back. We will all sit together after like say 1 or 2 months. We will meet offline and be cheerful. The good times will come back. After prelims, the times will be very exciting, interesting. In those 2.5 months, you will be so much focused on mains preparation. You'll be writing so many tests. We will be meeting regularly. With respect to what is going to happen in the future, never be worried about it. Okay. You do your part. You keep doing your part right now. Right. We will all get together. Make sure that you people give your best in this examination, and just stay consistent. Stay consistent, no matter what is happening around you. See, this is why I keep saying no matter what is happening around you, you cannot afford to go back. Leave it. So this is your dream. You have chosen it. Finish it. Complete it. Let it take whatever time it takes. You can complete it and you can finish it, and you can do so many big things once you're in the service. So I think I've pretty much addressed many things. So what to do if anyone has read the optional, even wrote the answer in past, but still unable to get the confidence in optional? Even I have read it many times. That's what writing full length papers. I have target of writing 10 to 12 full length papers. That should take care of confidence in optional. Okay, so I think no more questions. Get back into preparation. Okay, so give us first rank, second rank, third rank. Dream big. Okay, not to boast of anything, today Insights IAS website is still the most followed website when it comes to specific to UPSC. Unlike other website, like there is something called Alexa rank. Okay, in Alexa rank, our ranking is somewhere around 600 something. So if you want to be in that ranking, you need to spend like crores of rupees on marketing and all. So it is why we are ahead is always because of our team's dream or my personal dream to stay ahead in this race. Like, you have to stay ahead. You have to be the best you can be in this field. So I know we are not perfect, but that ambition, the dream is what is keeping us ahead of all the websites in terms of traffic. I'm just giving an example. Similarly, in your preparation, you can do it. Now, as long as you want to be the best, right, in what you are doing, not in comparison with others, but by enhancing your own abilities, it can always propel you forward. And you will see that you will go on making gains, not only in terms of improvement, skills, knowledge, and all, gains in terms of the quality people you get, gains in terms of, in terms of success. Everything will come to you. You just have to be ambitious, try to be the best no matter what is happening around you. Like secure, we haven't stopped on a single day. Like I've told in the earlier batch, even on my I used to make questions of secure. Even 2015, when I married, on the day of marriage, I made secure questions, and then I went, at 5 to 6 o'clock. So that was the level of commitment. Next day also I made. People are thinking I'm crazy, but you had a dream. You wanted to make something, create. You wanted to something create, big and all. So the same thing we are trying to do, being consistent. So it is all within your mind, within your control. If you want to be the best, you can be best, no matter what is happening around you. Just go for it, kill it, and please get us first rank. I want one of you to get first rank. I don't know who is. I have like few names in my list. I hope it will be either one of them, or it can be, you can surprise always, right? And you are going to earn it. It is not like we are helping you or anything. It is purely through your hard work. And in these times, if you are going to get it, means that is going to be extraordinary stuff. It is going to be a story to be retold again and again. Do it, go for it. So thank you so much, all of you. Take care and stay healthy. If you need any help, please always ask us, approach us. If we can do it, we'll do it. If you cannot do it, we'll ask other people who can help you. So all the best. Thank you so much.